Awesome. So today is Rosh Chodesh Kislev, and we know that Kislev is the month of miracles, and that's what our teachers are teaching us. The month of miracles, like a miracle, it seems for us something we need to draw from above, something that is shifting in the movie, in our movie. It's like a different cassette. It's like uh, a different thing that comes to our life. And that's what really is. But we ourselves has the ability to awaken it in our life whenever is needed, whenever is needed. And we get the power to do so today and tomorrow, Rosh Chodesh Kislev. So I wanted to discuss the teaching from Rev Brownwine about the miracle of Hanukkah. What really happened there, and we're going to discuss it.
Wow.
What really happened there in Hanukkah with the Hashmonaim. And that's a teaching Rav Bernway gave to Rav Berg on a letter. And we're going to read the letter. Then we're going to read what Rav Michael Berg says about this letter. And then we're going to discuss it to understand what is it that we can do in our life to awaken miracles whenever needed. Whenever needed. Okay, so this letter was written down in Kafchet Kislev, in the 28th of Kislev, the fourth candle of Hanukkah, in the year of Tishkach from Tel Aviv. Tishkach, that's 5,325. That's about 60 or 70 years ago. Okay. I'm going to start from the middle of the letter. There is a question that everyone contemplate upon. Lama קבעו הנס על השמן? Why the miracle of Hanukkah was about the oil that the Kohanim found in the holy temple that they could lit the candles for 8 days. Why is the miracle is about the oil and not about winning the Greeks? ולא על הניצחון במלחמה. Because the winning was, there were few people, few. The Maccabees and the Hashmonaim was few, bunch of people. And they were able to win and push away the armies of the Greek people. And why is it that we're lighting the candle and we're connecting with the miracles for the oil? And that's why we're lighting the Chanukiah. And the answer is, התשובה היא כי שמן רומז לחוכמה, because oil is a secret of חוכמה, the light of חוכמה. כמו שנאמר, נר השם נשמת אדם המחיה אותו. It says in the scriptures that the godly candle is the Holy Spirit of the Holy Soul of a person, which is revives him. ואור החוכמה נקרא חיה, and the light of חוכמה called חיה, which is life. בסוד הכתוב, והחוכמה תחיה בעליה. And in the secret of the scriptures that says that wisdom, the light of חוכמה, will infuse life in its owner. וכן חכם בגימטריה אחרים, and the numerical value of חכם, which is a smart person, a scholar person, is the numerical value of life. It's the same numerical value. It's a secret, really, what's going on with the power of חוכמה, of the light of חוכמה. ויש גם רמז על זה מהכלים של המשכן. There is a secret about it, and it's a hidden secret about the vessels of the tabernacle. Why is that? because after Bezalel was fixing all the vessels, all the little things of the tabernacle, בא משה רבנו ואחר כך משך אותם בשמן המשחה, and Moses came and poured olive oil on them, and they were activated. ולכן שעמדה מלכות יוון הרשעה עלינו להשכיחנו מקיום מצוות תורתנו הקדושה, and that's why when the Greek people were condemning the Israelites not to do spiritual war, that was the gzera, that was the punishment they gave us, not to do the holy mitzvot, not to activate the holy temple, not to do restriction, not to draw the light of the Creator. It was like it was crazy. There was a bunch of people. And there were a bunch of people, the Hashmonaim was a bunch of people, small group of people that says, sorry, we are not into it. It's better for us to die than to accept it. So they went, few people, they went with the jealousy of I'm not willing to give away my spiritual work, my connection to the Creator. And they came between the Greek camp, and they were able to destroy them. Just a group of people. They had a supernal help. And it says, ההתעוררותה הזו דלתתה עשתה רושם גדול בשמיים. This awakening from below. This is very important to remember. Awakening from below. They says, that's as far as I go. I'm not willing to give away my spirituality. I'm not willing to give away my connection with the Creator. And I'm willing to give my life away for that. To fight just for that reason. I'm willing to give away. In Mesirut Nefesh, they gave themselves up for this idea that they're not willing to give away their connection with the Creator. And they awaken by doing that, by going to war on that purpose, on that ideology. They awaken something great in the supernal world. איך בני ישראל מוסרים נפשם על קדושת השם ישברך? How come that a small group of people is willing to give their life away on that ideology? אשר אמרו בלי התורה וקיום ומצוות למה לנו חיים? And they says without the spiritual tools, without transformation, without connecting with the light force, we don't want to live. We want to die on this purpose. That if we live with those connections, and if we die, we don't. Our life do not worth anything if we cannot experience that. ונעשה להם הנס הגדול שהתגברו על השונאים, and the miracle that came upon was that they were able to overcome the Greeks, and they won. וניצחו אותם. They won the war. And he continues on with the letter, but I want to read from Michael Berg explanation. And he starts, and I'm starting from just the second paragraph. And the second thing, האופן הבית שידוע, שבכל יום טוב מתגלה האור באותו יום בשנה מאותו זמן לעולם. That we know that every time that light being awakened, why do we read the Torah on Shabbat with all the portions and all this, what's the forefathers, the patriarchs was experiencing? Why do we do that? Why do we celebrate Rosh Hashanah and Hanukkah and Purim? Why do we do that on that particular day? Because we know that on those exact days, those lights that we been awakened by the righteous people before, being awakened again. ובחנוכה כוונותינו לעורר את אותו האור שהתגלה בזמן החשמונאים. And in Hanukkah, our intention is to reveal the same light that was revealed by the Chashmonaim, that made them win. And all the miracles that been awakened. And we know this is Rosh Chodesh now. And all those potential lights is being revealed today. We can connect with the seed level of that. And we can do something within ourselves. An understanding, a consciousness, a gift, a connection. We want to awaken ability, an inner ability for miracles. So how do we do that? בכדי לעורר האור הזה מלמעלה and to awaken these lights from above. אנו צריכים להשתמש עם השמן. We need to use with the oil. שהוא ההתעוררותא דלתתא, which is the physical awakening. לעורר את האור דחוכמה, to awaken the light of חוכמה, the light of wisdom. בשני הדרכים קרוב אחד לשני, ויש לזכור שלפי ביאור האדמו"ר, כל הניסים האחרים דחנוכה נובעים מהתעוררות האור דחוכמה. And we need to remember that Rav Brandwein was explaining that all the miracles of Hanukkah are being awakened by this light of wisdom. ומובן על זה מדוע קבעו חז"ל שהזכר לנס יעשה בשמן. And that's why we can understand why the miracle is for the oil. And this man, the Rav Brandwein is revealing a little bit and covering so many. משום שהשמן הוא השורש וכולל את כל הניסים האחרים שהתחוללו בחנוכה. Because the oil, the olive oil, is the secret. And it's include all the other miracles that happen in Hanukkah. Okay. You guys remember when there was another miracle for the Israelites that they were awakened from below? It's an open question for an answer, guy.
Splitting of the Red Sea.
The splitting of the Red Sea, exactly. So what's the secret of the splitting of the Red Sea?
He walked in and came up to his nose. He was willing to give everything for it.
Yeah, that's his Mesirut Nefesh. That's what he believed. It will split, so he went in. But what happened just a moment before? I prepared it. We're going to read about it. But yes, it's the splitting of the Red Sea.
Moses raised his hand.
And it says in the Zohar, Beshalach, verse 89. I'm going to read the Aramaic. דבר אל בני ישראל ויסעו. ויסעו מלסגה מילין ולאו ידנד צלותה השתה. ויסעו לא לאן אתר פקדלון וינטלון, דהה על ימה דבוש רען, אלא אהדר לאלה דכתיב מה תצעק אליי, דהה כולהו באתר דק הימי. ועל דה ויסעו, ינטלון מנדה, דלאו ידנהו. So what the Israelites did, right? They came to the Red Sea, and the Egyptians were behind them, just coming to kill them, and the sea was in front of them. So they start praying to God. He says, please God, open the sea. What should we do? What should we do now? Help us, help us, help us, help us. So Moses, he was the prophet, right? So he tells to God, what do you do? And God says to him, Mati tzakilai, why do you scream to me? Daber el bnei Israel vayisau, speaks to the Israelites, and they should drive themselves from there. And that's the explanation of Rav Ashlag. Hainu shis'u milarabot barim. That means that they need to drive from saying a lot of stuff. Because now it's not the time for a prayer. Shoel, Vaisau, and he asked, what is they drive? לאיזה מקום ציווה אותם שייסעו, where they need to drive to. what they need to, where their consciousness needs to drive to, needs to go to. הרי על הים המישורים, the sea was in front of them, so what do you expect them to do? הוא משיב אל הסובב למעלה, which means it needs to come from the supernal. זה כתוב מה תצעק אליי, so why do you shout to me? That the explanation is, why do you connect with the level of תפארת? והרי כולם עמדו במקום הזה, and everyone was standing, connecting with תפארת. That the all Israelites were connected with תפארת, על כן אמר וייסעו, that means that they need to go, take themselves to a higher place and being connected with mazala, which is the dikna, We know it's the keter. They need to elevate themselves from the level of tiferet to the level of keter. And what is the keter? It's the seed. It's the seed of everything. So what's the secret here? Any ideas, guys? What's the secret here?
Total certainty.
Certainty. Great. What else?
That comes from above.
Yeah. Okay. Let me pinpoint you. What do we need to do? When we want a miracle, what is it that we need to do?
The action, drive.
Yes. What kind of drive? What kind of action? With our consciousness and with our actions that we need to do.
Go beyond our nature.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Joshua.
Joshua, you're a good student. We need to drive beyond our nature.
Beyond.
That's what the Hashmonaim did. They drove beyond their nature. Their nature was, let's take it in. The entire nation, the entire Israelites on those days said, okay, if we cannot do spiritual work, if we cannot connect, if we cannot work the power of the Creator in the world, so we stop doing it. But the group of people of the Hashmonaim, they didn't want to waive it. They were fighting for it. They were fighting for their connection. Where do we see that in our day-to-day life? To fight for our connections. Where do we see those opportunities in our day-to-day life? Answers, guys.
Here, when we are connected here.
When do we see opportunities that want to take us away from the life?
Oh, away. Mm-hmm.
When we have challenges.
Where do we see those opportunities in our day-to-day life?
When we need to apply restriction.
Yeah, when we get mad.
When we get mad.
Yeah.
When we get jealous.
Yes.
When we get angry.
Scream up.
When we think that everything is unfair. When we see a challenge, a heavy challenge that comes to us and we say, oh, why now? Why me? How can I handle it? I'm so little. It's gonna stuck me for a year. It's gonna move. It's gonna rain. It's gonna say. When we start complaining, when we do not appreciate, when we reveal our smallness, that's our day-to-day opportunities. So why this small group of people saw that as an opportunity? Because they didn't want to wave the light. They didn't want to wave their connection. So when we have the opportunity comes right at us, what do we think of? What do we think of? When somebody pushing our buttons and tells us how unworthy we are. A colleague, we made a mistake in work and one of the colleagues just teaching us, You this, you that, you boo, you there, you boo, you made the deal to be waived off. Because of you, we didn't close it. Because of you, and he starts to give us all our negative traits. So what do we do there? What do we think of? Where is our intention is intended to do? Like, what is it that we can drive away from in that moment? What do we think of? That's the ability we're receiving today and tomorrow. This ability to have a clarity on that moment and say, hey, I can make a miracle right now in my life and for the entire world. I can reveal that energy, the overcome energy that drives off all that negativity. That I want to connect with the light right now, no matter what happens, no matter what I hear, no matter what the physical realm is telling me to do. I want to connect with the light that's being revealed right now in my life, because this illusion of a challenge, it's not a challenge. It's the light force showing you now it's your time to make a miracle for you. Now is the time. This is the opportunity. Now it's your time to shine. Now it's your time to show what really matters for you, which is the connection, the overcome of the negative inclination of yours, and being able to connect with the full scale of that miracle to come. That's how you do it. There's no other way to do it. You want to connect with the endless? That's what needed to be done. Nothing else. Now we talk about restriction from all available angles we can talk. But really the motivation to keep your consciousness focused, laser focused, to do so, the consciousness, the awareness. We have chances of doing restrictions on a minute-to-minute basis in our lives. Every second there is a chance to restrict. Every second the opponent is telling you something and your soul tells you something else. Every second. Which one do you listen to? What are you willing to do to blow away your old self? What is it? What ability do you want to awaken? Okay. To overcome your old self and accept your miracle self. What do you want to do? How do you want to connect? What do you meditate before you go to sleep? What do you say to yourself when you wake up in the morning?
To be grateful. To have a partner.
Appreciation is a great tool to experience and enhance blessings in our life. But we're talking beyond that. Beyond that. Each and every one of us has a great soul within. And what we're revealing in our life is just a glimpse, a small fraction of it. Do you want to have the ability to touch someone and heal it completely? Do you want to have the ability to say something to someone and shift his consciousness in such a way that he will never be back to be he was? You want to have the ability for immortality, your personal immortality and global immortality. That's what you awaken here. When you do that on a constant basis, Why do we say in the Zohar, whoever saw Rabbi Shimon could see the entire world, the joy, the supernal joy, and below? That's how we ended the Zohar. Why that? Who was Rabbi Shimon? Rabbi Shimon was overcoming every single aspect of his personal opponent in such a way that when Rabbi Shimon was alive, the opponent could not coexist in the world. The opponent came to the Creator and told him, listen, it's me or Rabbi Shimon. The Creator says, Rabbi Shimon, you cannot be in the world when Rabbi Shimon in the world, you're not going to be in the world. That's what we can awaken today with our consciousness, with our ability to say, I want to drive away from where I'm at in my consciousness right now and obtain a new ability to draw down the endless mazala, the keter, to my life. And this keter is the seed of all miracles. Because when we do that, when we overcome those things, we're awakening those miracles in our personal life and in the entire world. And when we do it long enough, strong enough, powerful enough, we are becoming conduits for that energy in the world. And that's the only way our soul can shine. There's no other way.
Beautiful.
Questions, guys? Questions?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Me too.
Yeah, I had an experience yesterday that you were talking about. This brought up, it reminded me of, excuse me, and the question is asked in the context of the separation between the emotions and the thoughts.
Mm.
So is that etching kind of thing, so I made a mistake in the service. I started a song too early, and somebody came over to me and said, "You've been here so long, and you still make that same mistake." And it was only a mistake of enthusiasm. I just was so into it that I started the song before everyone else did. But it was just it was like, and I said, okay, and the thought to make a restrict opportunity for restriction, beautiful. So I didn't say a word. I just smiled, kind of said, yeah, I got good stuff, I got bad stuff. That's what the smile meant to me. But this guy was really annoying anyway. But so I thought mentally I used the tools that I've learned. However, emotionally, it was still, I could feel it in my body, and my like my mind and my body were like separated, like I was doing one thing with my consciousness and the other thing with my, but I still feel it right.
So what do you do with those emotions?
I still feel it right now. I still feel that.
Right? Yeah, you're restricted. Your mind was restricting, but your body didn't.
Restrict them up. My body didn't.
Yeah, your body didn't. You need to know. So it's like it's a process. Everybody experienced that. Like somebody say something, and I feel like burning inside, and I say something nice to them, and I smile to them, and I seem to be overcome it on my head level. But what's going on in my heart and my body is different. Right. So how do you handle it? Okay, my trick for handling it is to put it on the ego. Okay, who's burning now? So I feel burn inside. Who's burning now? My ego. My ego is burning. I'm imagining my ego is burning and being diminished. My bad ego, not my good ego, because my ability to tell to myself I can do that is a good ego. But my anger and my pride and my selfishness, that's my bad ego. So I want to put that burn on that bad ego that holds me back. So when you feel that, whenever we feel that burn inside, so okay, I'm burning parts of my ego now. Just imagine that, when you focus on that, just close your eyes, go to the corner, say something to yourself, maybe Ana Bekoach, and just see it, feel it inside, and you see you're gonna feel the burning is being diminished, and you feel the ego is being diminished as well. So what you got left with in your heart is the same shine that your mouth was able to experience. That's my trick for that.
Beautiful.
Krantz, I don't remember that.
What do you say?
Krantz, Joshua, I don't remember that yesterday.
Oh, it had nothing to do with you. Was this other person in me. This is
So they came and spoke to you privately? Because I didn't hear.
no,
I don't even remember that.
as soon as it happened, guy got right in my face. But it was very,
Oh, yeah.
no,
It was just a messenger for you to
that's
be
what I
able
thought.
to overcome your ego.
Exactly.
You should look at him as it was a good angel. Good angel.
Well,
May
I
I-
was once.
I actually did remember the thing you and I talked about with that people about that woman yelling at me and blaming me for everything in the world. This was great. So okay, and that's what
Yeah.
the smile was. But still,
Yeah.
I felt.
Yeah.
May I ask you a question, please, Joseph?
Yes, who is that?
Vincenza. Vincenza from
Hi,
Italy.
Vincenza.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you very much for your teachings, and also to Michelle for
You're
the
welcome.
call.
Thank you.
I am in a very particular moment because tomorrow I don't remember I don't know if you remember some time ago during maybe Rosh Hashanah or Sukkot, I was in London. I wrote in the group that I felt the desire to go away from Italy and to go to London to try to start my own business and also do more spiritual work. And then tomorrow, the time is arrived because tomorrow I will leave to London.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
but it's very challenging for me because now I am professor at university. I got sabbatical, so I have some time to invest in my dream now.
To experience something new.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I want to start. I would like to start my own business there, and everybody tell me it is so hard. It is so difficult. You should know that that it's not easy. Maybe you are crazy, and so on.
Yeah.
So from one side,
Okay.
I feel that even the challenges I'm facing, because there were a lot of little but important challenges that I'm daily experiencing in the last period, but I want to go. So I feel that this desire, this big desire within myself. The question is how to understand, because I don't want to waste my time, waste my money, because this energy
Jenja,
is not mine.
listen,
It's from the creator.
Vincenza, listen to Joseph.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Gets
Sorry.
it. He gets it.
So,
Okay.
secret from Rev Brandwan, which we just read. Okay. Whenever people tell you or not doing something great, let's say third meal, okay? Most of the religious world do not do third meal. They don't acknowledge it. The secret there is that there is so much light in third meal that most of the world, the opponent doesn't let them see that there is so much light there. So what do we learn from that? Whenever people tell me, listen, this is so hard, you're making a huge mistake, you're gonna be diminished, you're gonna be wrong, you're gonna lose. Whenever most of the people tell me that, I know there is great light that I can reveal there. It doesn't mean I am necessarily going to be successful. Let's put that aside, the 1% success. But your sabbatical experience in London going to be something you're going to reveal light in ways that you did not experience before.
Beautiful.
Amen.
That's why your soul is pushing you there. But you're afraid, you're not sure, you're asking people hear it, they say, oh my God. But you
No,
set your mind,
to be
right?
honest, I didn't ask. I don't ask. But they tell me anyway.
So you planned your budget, right?
Yeah, but I don't move for the moment. I cannot go because for always because I don't have visa for. So my idea
Okay.
is to go for
You'll
a
fix
little.
it. You'll
Yeah,
fix
yeah.
it. But if you have a planned budget and you said, this is the money I have for this year, and this is the experience, and this is what I'm trying to do. This is my 1% pushing away and chasing my dream. Don't forget to leave room for the creator to come in and help you experience and do whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. Be open. Open yourself up. And says, I'm doing this small action. I'm going away. I'm trying to start something. I have this budget and this is money that I know that I might lose. I'm pushing my side. You'll push your side. Now, let me tell you a story of Baal Shem Tov. One of his students came and he couldn't overcome in business. So Baal Shem Tov told him something about one person that he had a dream about finding his soulmate. And in the dream, he saw the creator. And the creator told him, listen, if you want to find your soulmate, the only thing you need to do is go up the mountain that you have in your backyard and push the giant stone. And if you do it long enough, I will bring you your soulmate. So he woke up from the dream. It was like already sunrise. So he dressed up, he's getting ready, he's running up the hill, and he sees this giant stone that closing cave. And he pushes the stone half an hour, nothing happens. And then he takes a break, he pushes the stone again for another half an hour, and nothing happens. And he did it the entire day. He was coming back, sweating and draining. He was going, he was eating. It was going back the next day. So he looked at the stone and he says, how am I supposed to move it? It's so big. It weighs tons. There's no way I can move it. So he pushed it for 10 minutes. Then he sat for 2 hours. Then he pushed it for another 10 minutes. Then he sat for another 10 hours. And he went back. The next day he came up and he said, there is no way I can move it. He just sat next to the stone. And then he didn't go up again. And he started to pray to God again. Why did you give me this task? It's not logical. I'm not able to move the stone. This is you gave me something that I cannot accomplish. Why did you do it to me? So he started to say that to the creator and pray for that and ask those questions. And he did it for long enough so he had another dream with the creator. And he goes to the creator and he started to tell the creator, why did you do it to me? You gave me a job I cannot fulfill. Why did you ask me to move the stone? The creator said, I didn't ask you to move the stone. I asked you to push it. The only thing you need to do is just push it. I will move the stone. And that's
my story.
Love that.
We are pushing, the creator is moving the stone. We are
Yep.
doing awakening from below, like we studied from Mount Brunwine. We're doing the awakening below, and the Creator is making the miracle. So I wish you lots of miracles, guys, this month.
I started.
Thank you.
Just start to push and push
Push the
harder,
rock.
and you see how the Creator is moving the stones for you.
Yep, that's my story.
Thank
And I
you.
want to bless everyone in the name of Hashem, as Thursday is my Hebrew birthday. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.
Thank you.